We have mapped the mountains, we have charted the skies, we have sent rockets to the edge of the universe, and yet some of the greatest mysteries on Earth still hide just beneath the surface of our own oceans. Hidden deep below the sea, where sunlight cannot reach and silence rules, there flows a river, not on land, not above the water, but underneath it, moving slowly, powerfully, and silently along the ocean floor as if the sea itself has its own veins. An underwater river is one of the ocean's most extraordinary phenomena. It is a massive current of highly concentrated, dense water that flows steadily along the ocean floor, cutting its own winding path, carving its own channel, just like a river you would find flowing through a valley on dry land. It has banks, it has bends, it has its own current and its own direction. The only difference, it flows beneath millions of tons of seawater, completely invisible to the world above. Unlike rivers on land, which are powered by gravity pulling fresh water downhill, underwater rivers are driven by something far more subtle: density. When water becomes extremely salty or carries heavy sediment and mud, it becomes denser, heavier than the water around it. And just like oil and water refusing to mix, this heavy water sinks straight to the seafloor. And once it sinks, it moves slowly at first, then steadily, then powerfully, flowing like a living, breathing current through the darkness below. The most remarkable example of an underwater river ever discovered sits at the bottom of the Black Sea. Found by oceanographers in 2010, this underwater river begins when highly salty water from the Mediterranean Sea spills through the Bosphorus Strait and into the Black Sea. Because Mediterranean water is so packed with salt, so much heavier than the surrounding Black Sea water, it doesn't mix. Instead, it plunges straight to the seafloor and begins to flow. And flow it does, carving a channel 115 feet deep and over half a mile wide, with riverbanks, with floodplains, with sweeping bends and roaring rapids, and most astonishing of all, with underwater waterfalls that cascade silently into the abyss below. Now let's talk about size, because the numbers are almost impossible to believe. If this underwater river existed on land, if you could somehow lift it out of the sea and place it among the great rivers of the world, it would rank as the 6th largest river on Earth. Every single second, it pushes 22,000 cubic meters of water through that carved channel on the seafloor. That is 350 times more water than flows through London's famous River Thames, every single second. A river inside the sea, moving more water than almost anything on land, and most people have never even heard of it. And like any river, this one has life. Along the banks of the Black Sea underwater river, scientists have discovered unique ecosystems, creatures that have adapted to thrive in this strange zone where dense, salty water meets the regular sea, fish that hover at the edges, crustaceans that crawl along the carved banks, microorganisms that feed on the rich minerals carried by the current. A whole world living, breathing, and thriving in a place we only just discovered exists. The discovery of underwater rivers has changed the way scientists understand our oceans. These currents carry nutrients, minerals, and oxygen across vast distances along the ocean floor. They influence ocean temperatures, they shape marine ecosystems, they may even play a role in regulating the Earth's climate, quietly and visibly from the bottom of the sea. The ocean is not just a body of water sitting still beneath the sky. It is a living, moving, breathing system, with rivers inside it, mountains beneath it, and secrets we are only beginning to understand. The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, and yet we have explored less than 20% of it. Somewhere beneath the surface right now, an underwater river is flowing, carving, moving, living. In silence, in darkness, in one of the last truly wild places left on Earth. The sea still has secrets, and we are only just beginning to listen.